hold on. I felt like I would have jinxed it if I put them in the top 7 here. I feel really good about them playing at Missouri. Missouri doesn't have much of an offense. They owe Missouri an ass kicking from last year. Missouri put up like 112 yards last year and beat them 42 to 13. That was game. Yeah, God, that was one of the worst games ever. So I don't have any doubt that Florida's going to win that game, unless Missouri all of a sudden emerges as some sort of better team that I've not seen so far. But number 1 pick, I have the old highlights on here from 2007.
I knew this was coming with App State.
It's on there in case Mr. Dan Geider or Trevor Vasallo or even Mike Fusion might enjoy these.
Upsetting the big house.
It made our day much better than it was, considering the Hawkeyes taking care of the Huskies and the Irish getting their ass kicked by Georgia Tech. But 15.5 at Georgia State for App State. Now, App State, I was pretty skeptical of them early in the year, but they've blown out the 3 teams they've beaten. Georgia State is probably the worst team in the country, and they gave up 41 to Turner Gill and Liberty last week. And the second I saw that they gave up 41, I scribbled down on my notes, whoever they play next week, take the other team. And then I saw this line come out, and I saw 15.5, and I was like, oh, we're having technical difficulties here. Hold on. And I saw 15.5, and I was like, there's no freaking way that they're giving only 15.5 here when Georgia State is, like I said, among the 3 worst teams in the country. App State's been scoring points. I've spent the last couple weeks playing some of the closer spreads, and I regret not playing some of the bigger spreads, and I'm sitting there going, there's going to be about 400 App State fans and about 312 Georgia State fans there. It's not going to be a home field advantage.
In Columbus and up at Chestnut Hill, Bart was reminding us who the bad Georgia school is and who the good one is out of Georgia State and Georgia Southern. So he's reminding.
He might be wrong on how bad the regular Georgia is, but that's what the competition.
Yeah, right. And that may have to get in the mix too. But this is it's weird picking number 1 being App State, double-digit favorite, and still going with them as a number 1 pick. It's weird, but boy, that's
but the top 7's had a couple up and down weeks, and I feel like we're due for a shakeup. And
I like I said, the top 7, the Oregon Washington State would be the only one. I would just the order of them. My confidence.
Yeah, okay.
A little different, but no, I'm down with that. It's always to reference Boone, North Carolina, where I do believe the Wolverines need to go to. They owe a home and home with those Mountaineers. But yeah, I think I'm down with that. Anytime we can mention App State and one of the other Georgias, I'm down with it.
Yeah, I'm a huge Georgia Southern fan. I absolutely think what Georgia State is doing is an atrocity, and to get Georgia State as only 15.5 point dogs is probably as low as you're going to get them, even in the Sun Belt. #Fun Belt.
Yes.
I'm all about App State there this week. Yeah. Do you have? What'd you say?
For MEP non-regulars, the Fun Belt will always make the top 7, and when it makes number 1, you're in a special week.
Well, a lot of Big 12 and a little bit of Conference USA and some action this week and a little bit of Fun Belt. We stayed away from some of the. You know what? We looked at the numbers and we went over the conferences that have been giving us success, and those are who we're leaning towards this week.
Okay.
Do you have a? Do you have the MTF's Mac pick of the week, or are you waiting?
Well, I know I do have my Mac pick of the week, and I know that the video is going a little long here, but
you're fine.
This will kind of be a wrap up here. And as you mentioned, a Husky State of the Union, State of DeKalb County.
It's been a rough week.
Yeah, it's a tough week for those MEP viewers across the nation. One of the hottest teams in the nation the past 5 years has been our Huskies, and they had a difficult 3-game road trip. But this 3-game road trip, we knew many months ago would not be for the weak at heart either. So, but we find ourselves under 500 for the first time since week 2 of 2012.
Jesus.
And we have got our rivals, our hated nemesis,
Nut U.
in the top 25. And then, yes, we've got Nut U is in Toledo. And then we got Nut U, who we don't like rolling in town. We got Central Michigan jumping up and down. We're not getting anybody talking about us right now. Our offense looks the worst it's been. It's clearly a down time. People are calling for the coach's head, the quarterback's head, all these things. It's awful, right? It's done.
It's not good.
The answer is not so fast, my friends. Not at all. Let me quick here on the MEPs take you back. 2010, under 500, 1-2, just lost to the Illini. A lot of people heads down in that. Next thing you know, the Huskies don't lose a game the rest of the regular season. MAC West title. 2011, we go to Central Michigan. We lose 2-3. Does that sound familiar?
It does.
Huskies roll the table. They win that MAC West again. That the GoDaddy Bowl felt very good. 2012, we're walking out of Soldier Field again. The last time we were under 500, lost to what looked like a crappy Iowa team. Huskies are going nowhere. MAC West title. I just drank some Florida orange juice this morning to remind me how that season went. 2013, they said the Huskies couldn't win 12 again. 12 wins later, MAC West title again. Heisman finalist. That felt good. 2014, Central Michigan, just a year ago, they rolled into DeKalb, ended a huge winning streak. Offense looked awful.
God, I hate Central Michigan.
People thought it was done. Drew Hare, we had doubts. We had doubts in Carey. Huskies did not lose again. MAC West title. Two themes. One, the Huskies doubted. Two, MAC West title won. So it is not time to push the panic button. What is a good recipe for fixing problems? The friendly confines. Not only Wrigley Field, but Brigham Field at Husky Stadium. The Huskies looking to answer here. The doubters this weekend. So we got the Husky cap sported. My match of the week is NIU, just because resiliency. They haven't lost 4 in a row. You're going to have to go back to 2007 to see that.
Oh, that was a bad year.
And again, Husky Stadium, one of the toughest places for a visitor to win in. I'm just feeling good. It may be ugly. It may be ugly wins. But I feel that the Huskies are going to get things worked out here. And
Ball State has not done anything so far that makes me think we should worry with them. I think you have a good point about being back at home. My worries lie within Ryan Walters' boy, Drew Hare, who had a great end of the last season, had a great beginning of this season, managed to not turn the ball over much.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden the last 3 weeks, I know we had a higher level of competition, but it has a turnover problem and has a complete, very easy completion problem.
Mojo.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think home game, a good performance can really hopefully shake them out of that, because there's no reason to think we can't still win every game left on our schedule. It's just after watching last week, you're a little as discouraged as you've been in a few years.
Yeah, you're right. I will put it like that. And I don't know if I've ever seen such a sharp change in numbers from Drew Hare's last year into the first 2 games this year to that. And the turnovers have been mainly fumbles, not necessarily the interceptions, but his completion percentage is
a lot of short hopping, short passes and stuff like that.
So when the completion percentage drops to, I'm thinking mojo and confidence too.
Yeah.
Defense is doing their homework. Obviously, 2 top 10 defenses in Ohio State and Boston College. Very tough to move the ball on those, but we knew that. The good thing is, what wins championships? Defenses. And our defenses played great. When we've lost those 3 games, our defenses played great, and that's because we've turned the ball over.
Right.
Critical turnover at Ohio State, obviously Boston College too, and then of course last week we just handed it to them. So as long as we don't turn that ball over, and at Husky Stadium we do not, I just see the Huskies catching fire. Some weak competition coming up after Ball State, even weaker than Ball State. And then, we see you out there in the Glass Bowl. We see you, and we'll handle that when we come.
I'm not ready. I'm not. We'll see how we look in advance of Toledo. I don't think Toledo's as good as they're getting credit for.
No, the Big Red Hog helped to put them out on the mantle.
Yeah, what a great win over that 2-3 program. Hang your hat on that.
Yeah, so that's it for the Husky State of the Union. Hang in there, Husky Nation. Again, I just
Tom O'Day, get off the ledge. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Tom O'Day, give him a shout out here. He said in Boston that we kind of got a little spoiled. Husky Nation had two of maybe the top 25 quarterbacks in the past decade in college football.
Yeah.
Chandler Harnish and Jordan Lynch. And Drew Hare's not those.
No.
He's his own style quarterback, and so we got spoiled. Husky Nation has to be able to respond well. Pack the place that game, and against Eastern Michigan. I wish I could be there this weekend. That's going to be awesome.
Well, the good news is we're going to have part of the Pooping Friends Network, #PFN. The Quinn brothers will be there, and they will be tailgating their hearts out.
Yeah.
As me, Deg, and JR and company enjoy the Jordan Walter wedding, where we get to laugh, cry, enjoy the scenery, and hang with the little Kiwi this weekend.
Yeah. Be extremely inappropriate too, I'm sure.
Absolutely. I will be giving live text updates to the group on
I'm there.
how things are going. We might leave Walter off of those, but MEP's upset of the week. 2-2 so far. We pulled it off last week with Louisville and the Petrinos taking out Dave Doran. This is a little bit of a hate pick because they fucked up so bad last week. I can't stand them right now. But we're taking UConn and the Fighting Bob Diacos to win 13-10 at Central Florida this week. And my hope is that they will beat Central Florida 13-10. They're getting 2 points. And that Central Florida will fire George O'Leary on the spot. Because if they lose to UConn to go 0-6, they might as well fire George O'Leary on the spot. Because that's some pretty bad footballing.
This is a Central Florida team, and this can get Husky fans feeling better too. They're just 2 years removed from a Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah.
And that. So, what do you do after you reach such successful levels? You do not have the program drive into the ground.
No.
And thankfully, the Huskies persevere with new coaches and new personnel. So, that's big problems there. Near Orlando, the Golden Showered Knights.
The Golden Showered Knights are going down this weekend. I picked I picked Western Michigan to cover versus Central Michigan, which is actually kind of probably a reverse psychology pick, as I never actually root for PJ to succeed in life. But I think maybe if I pick PJ this week, that they'll choke it away.
And again, as Husky Nation knows, Central, we want them to lose twice. I don't think that'll be a problem.
No.
But when those Michigan schools get together, namely this part, the
Michigan Mac Trophy, right?
Yeah, right. But namely Western and Central, Western and Eastern can be some good battles. But Western and Central, it's anybody's game. That is anybody's game. So that is #Maction to the extreme. That's for sure.
We're really excited for a little #Maction for later in this month here. But I know
what we're getting queued up here. So.
there's some stuff coming.
All right. Well, I know this is already long enough.